What is up there, guys? My name is Sovrez, and today I am back playing some more ARK Scorched Earth. Woohoo! Double fist pump, Jersey Shore style, just like that, because we're going to get this party started with a bang. And by bang, I mean propellant. We need to make some propellant. And while we're at that, we might as well make some preserving salts as well, because keeping that meat lasting long in this heat, it's been kind of tough, hasn't it? Well, we're going to figure out how to do that. We're going to make them both. But you may be asking, Sovrez, I've already learned how to make them both. It's very simple. But I need sulfur. Well, that's very important. We need to find the sulfur. We need to know what that looks like. Where do we get it? How do we get it? And how do we make this stuff? Because those two pieces are quite important. Well, the preserving salts are very important if you want to tame some things using prime meat. And who doesn't want to do that? And then you want the propellant because you want to make flaming arrows, which are awesome. Or you might want to make flamethrower fuel. Who doesn't want that stuff? That stuff is awesome. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're looking for and see if we can't find some. You might be asking yourself, Sovrez, I've seen these things. Are these the Sulfur Rocks? No, these are definitely not the Sulfur Rocks. Those are the rock elementals. You do not want to mess with him. He just threw a rock and it hit me. And now we got to get away from him because he'll kill you and a lot of the stuff you're on. But the good news is, like you saw right there, if I get far enough back and I don't actually antagonize him, he'll go back down. Alright guys, here we are. We have found some sulfur. This is what it looks like. It looks very similar to a metal rock. But is it metal rock? Nope. Metal nodes look like this. And I'm sure you're used to seeing these on the standard island server or the center server. Or maybe just whichever server you're playing on, whichever map you're playing with. But these are the metal nodes. You can see right here that we have pickaxe and a hatchet. The best way to get it is with a pickaxe. As you see right here, you get stone and sulfur. So using a pickaxe will get you the primary, which is going to be sulfur. You can get lots of it right here. If I was to switch over to an axe, let's watch the numbers go up from there. You can see primarily getting stone. So you definitely want to gather this with a pickaxe. Alright, let's switch back over. Finish off this node. Oh, there's another one right under. And in case you are wondering where we are for this sulfur mine, or veins anyways, here we go. 35.1 by 55.1, and you can see it right here on the map. So if you're around this area and you're having trouble finding sulfur, you can definitely come here to check it out. There's a couple of veins right here, and we already saw we just broke one. So now that we have some sulfur, let's go get the other ingredients that we're going to need for our propellant and preserving salts. Now the first ingredient beyond the sulfur we're going to need is cactus sap. And you're primarily going to be finding it from cactus or cacti. If you find a lot, you have the cactus tree and smaller cactus plants. Now, as I'm sure you already know, you can gather it with the metal pick or a stone pick if need be. But as you see, thatch appears to be the primary resource, so we don't want to use that. It would be preferable to use a stone hatchet or metal hatchet to gather the cactus sap. Or if you are able to, you can find cactus that looks like this, very low to the ground, and then you're going to want to harvest it with, not that, this, a metal sickle. As you can see right here, just sickle some stuff up and you'll start getting a lot of cactus sap. You'll also get hamar berries and tinto berries. Now, should you see this without a sickle, I would not recommend trying to get it, because if you do, you're just going to get very little bit. Now, you could still do it, but getting it by hand is just not really going to be the greatest way to go about gathering cactus sap from these low-lying fruits. The final ingredient for the propellant is oil, and the easiest way to get oil is, well, from an oil jug bug. Just go up, take the oil, and then he's just going to fly away. You can see there are many oil jug bugs that can be found around the Scorched Earth. Or, of course, if you just so happen to be high enough level and have already built yourself an oil derrick, feel free to just come over and take the oil right out of it. And the second ingredient for the preserving salt is, of course, salt. And as I explained earlier, when harvesting sulfur, you're going to want to use a stone pick or metal pick to get the salt from these formations. As you see, salt is the primary resource, so you're gathering more of it than stone with the pick. If you were to switch over to the hatchet, you would begin to gather more stone than salt. So to do it efficiently, you're going to want to use a pick, whether it be stone or metal. Or if you're not having any luck finding those, but you find some bones laying around in the desert, feel free to take a pick to those as well. Because as I mentioned, getting salt from these, well, the salt formations anyways, the rocks, you're going to want to use a pick over a hatchet. But feel free to use bones that you find laying about in the desert as well. But if you're wanting to find these formations, you're going to want to look towards the center of the map. Right here are all these very large rock formations, and around the base of them are these salt formations as well. So I'll show you right here on the map where I currently am. Let me see if I get away from the sun. 63.7, 62.8. You can see right here in the center of the map, sort of, where I am. And once you have finished gathering all the ingredients for your preserving salt and your propellant, come over to your mortar and pestle and put all those ingredients inside. And then you can make your preserving salt or your propellants. Alright guys, well that's pretty much going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please find that thumbs up button, then click flick or hit it for me because it really helps out my channel and I greatly appreciate it. If you have any comments or suggestions, hints, tips, please leave that down in the comment section below because you'll get a nice double fist pump Jersey Shore style from Sovrez. Also, if you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe for more awesome videos just like this. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.